Now on CoastTV News.
Tariff talk, President Trump moving forward with new import taxes, what it could mean for your wallet and the economy. Rental rulebook, what's changing for short-term stays in Ocean City. And referendum request, Indian River School District leaders making their push for more funding.
This is CoastTV News at 11.
New tariffs set to take effect at midnight. Good evening. I'm Christina DeRobertis. Welcome to CoastTV News at 11. We begin tonight with President Trump sticking to his plan to impose tariffs on Mexico and Canada. The president confirmed Monday that he is staying the course and placing 25% tariffs on Mexican and Canadian imports and an additional 10% tariff on Chinese goods, bringing those levies to 20%. And as Sherelle Hubbard reports, U.S. markets began to react as soon after the announcement.
It was all smiles as the closing bell of the New York Stock Exchange rang Monday afternoon. But the closing board read differently. The Dow Jones average tumbled 650 points as the tariff deadline drew near. Many economists fear goods like groceries, electronics, clothes, and cars will increase in price, leaving investors worried. The tariffs on the U.S.'s top three trading partners, Mexico, China, and Canada.
Tomorrow tariffs 25% on Canada and 25% on Mexico, and that'll start.
On top of last month's increase, a 10% hike on Chinese imports will be applied, bringing the percent to 20%. Canada is expected to react.
We will have a strong, unequivocal, and proportional response as Canadians expect.
Although U.S. companies will ultimately be responsible for paying the tariffs, some people say new tariffs could be good leverage.
The key would be no tariffs. But to get there, there's a negotiation. He's starting that negotiation.
The Trump administration argues that tariffs will stimulate U.S. production.
So what they have to do is build their car plants, frankly, and other things in the United States, in which case they have no tariffs.
So the idea is come to America, build greatness in America, build for the American customers in order to bring production to America.
I'm Sherelle Hubbard reporting.
Now, President Trump was asked by reporters on Monday if the tariffs could be avoided, to which he answered that there is no room left for negotiations to avoid the tariffs taking hold. Trump said he's using tariffs to, quote, punish countries that he says were taking from the U.S. economy without giving enough in return. Looking more locally now, a minimum 5-night stay in a short-term rental will now be required in some areas of Ocean City. This comes after months of meetings, discussions, and public hearings. Town Council voted tonight to pass the ordinance. It happened just a few hours ago. And CoastTV News reporter Brendan Conroy is live in Ocean City tonight. Brendan, this is a hot topic, to say the least.
Christina, like you said, this discussion has been going on for quite some time. We've covered it more than once in the past. The town tonight was really just trying to find a solution that made everyone happy while still keeping Ocean City the loving, neighborhoodly Ocean City that we see here today. But those people that don't want to see the regulations, they were fighting back just as hard to show that they don't want to see any regulations on their short-term stays. They don't want to see, or rather the town doesn't want to see these areas turn into hotel-like areas, but neither do the people renting out. They just want to make an extra buck in their pocket. So now this 5-day minimum, they're not too happy about that. A short stay or a long layover. That's what has been discussed for months now in Ocean City. And Monday night, the town council looked to finally make an official decision on short-term rental regulations.
The short-term restrictions would have generational impact in our family and our neighborhood.
The meeting packed with locals ready to share their opinions. Most homeowners in Ocean City are not in favor of having regulations.
They're restricting our rights so they can bring more profits to the hotels. Again, that's unwarranted and unjust.
Robert Knauer lives in Ocean City and was one of the protesters outside the building before the meeting started. I'm here to protect property rights from myself and from my neighbors and my friends that I've met over the last couple months, because this is not right what they're doing, and it's unfair. The ordinance discussed at the meeting was to require homeowners to have a 5-night minimum stay for houses in the R1 and MH districts for the summer of 2025 and summer of 2026. At the start of 2027, a 31-night minimum stay will be enforced. Sue and David Solid agree with Robert and say these restrictions would hurt the future of their home completely.
When we're no longer able to live in our house, our son may not be able to maintain it without renting it, would be forced to sell it rather than keeping our home in our family, which was our intention when we bought it.
We spoke with people off camera who do want to see these regulations in place, and they tell us it's because they don't want their neighborhoods turning into something like that big building right there with the bright blue sign, like a hotel. They say the inconsistency from people coming in and out of their neighborhoods, mixed with too much noise, has gotten to be too much. An issue continuing to divide the town of Ocean City. Those regulations go into effect at the start of the summer. So if you're coming down to Ocean City for a day or two, well, you might want to plan on staying just a little bit longer. Reporting live in Ocean City, Brendan Conroy, CoastTV News.
Okay, thank you for that, Brendan. And staying in Ocean City for a moment, the council has also decided to replace paid parking kiosks with an app. And without meters, this means you will always have to use your phone to pay for parking in Ocean City. And according to the town manager, the current kiosks are really at the end of their lifespan, and the money to replace them is quite a lot, which is why they will start to phase them all out, except for the ones at the inlet. Locals say it may take some time to get used to.
At least at the beginning, if they would have, for instance, like a self-checkout line in the grocery store where there's usually somebody there to help if you need it, that would be great.
And according to the Ocean City town manager, you can expect new signs and fewer kiosks in town before April 1st. New tonight at 11, big changes could be coming to Route 24 near Beacon Middle School in Lewes. A major development project moving forward. Here's the exact location. If you take a look at your screen, you can see plans for the site. It's known as Bell Mead Farm. It includes 480 rental units and 125,000 square feet of retail space. There is a public hearing set for March 19th at 5 p.m. at the Sussex County Administrative Offices in Georgetown if you want to weigh in on all this. We're taking a live look outside now into Ocean City, and our First Alert Chief Meteorologist Paul Williams is going to join us with a first check on the weather. Good evening, Paul.
Good evening, Christina. And we have the chill that is indeed in the air, and it's not backing off anytime soon. In fact, as you take a look at your evening checklist, bottom line is you're going to need long sleeves, a hat, not a bad idea, and a warm beverage. Yeah, I mean, it's getting a bit on the chilly side. I took off gloves because I'm thinking everybody's not as sensitive as I am, but I'm very sensitive to that cold out there. My fingers literally ache if I stay out there for too long, so I don't stick out there too long. I don't stay out there too long. So in Salisbury, we're holding at 28 very cold, uncomfortable degrees if you're out there for a long period of time, courtesy to our Spicer Brothers camera. And we're going to stay in the upper 20s to low 30s for the rest of the evening. Now, coming up, Christina, we're going to be talking about how windy it's going to be on Tuesday and how stormy it's going to be on Wednesday.
Okay, thanks so much, Paul. Well, here's an update to a story we told you about first at 6 o'clock. People in Milton are going to have to wait a little bit longer to find out if parking changes are coming to town. Officials discussed 3 options to pay for a leased lot that's next to the Milton Historical Society, but no decisions were made. Now, possible payment options included charging businesses for spots, parking meters, and a parking impact fee. Now, the issue, again, will be revisited. It's going to be revisited at a future joint meeting between the parking and finance committees here in Milton. And this story brings us right to our Coast TV poll tonight. We want to know, should businesses pay a parking fee? Let's see what you guys think. Take a look at the updated results here. Not too many options, but 73% saying no, 27% say yes. And you can still vote. It's not too late. We also got a comment on tonight's poll. It's from Brian Warner in Milton. And you can't see the comment there on your screen, but he did say that parking should be paid directly by the consumer, saying that many people in Milton walk to businesses and that They shouldn't have to pay for parking through a fee on businesses. You can leave a comment too if you go on coasttv.com or use our mobile app to vote. Now, the Indian River School District is gearing up for their funding referendum. Tonight, they held the first of 3 meetings looking to explain why more tax revenue is needed to fund school operational costs and teacher recruitment and retention. The meeting started at 7 p.m. at Lord Baltimore Elementary, and according to the district, the tax increase would be around $1.20 per $100 of assessed property value. Indian River says that would be around $24 a month for the average taxpayer. Some people we spoke with say they're in favor of the increase.
The jobs of the future are going to require better and better education. So if that's a small sacrifice I can make, I'm willing to make it.
Indian River's referendum is set for March 20th. Well, a major debate today at Legislative Hall in Dover over reproductive rights. Senate Bill 5, a proposed amendment, seeks to secure reproductive rights within Delaware's Constitution. And while reproductive rights are currently protected by Delaware law, the bill's sponsor, a Senate Democrat, argues that enshrining these rights in the state constitution is needed now more than ever. But there is, of course, pushback from the other side of the aisle.
Reproductive rights are an extremely important part of personal liberties. It doesn't really get more fundamental than that. And the most protective we can be of them, the most respectful and protective we can be, is to put it in the Constitution.
I don't think that we need this additional step. As a matter of fact, I'd like to reverse it, that we forbid abortions in Delaware.
Now, Senator Townsend will need to get enough votes to get this bill out of committee before it's heard on the floor. And we are just getting started this evening. Still a lot more to tell you about, like funding challenges at historically black colleges and universities and how one Delmarva University is working to address them. But first, we have the latest on wildfires burning thousands of acres in the Carolinas.
And as you take a look at the Bay forecast and our evening planner for the rest of this night, we're going to drop down to the 20s and bounce back into the 40s by the afternoon. But the winds are going to start picking up momentum. And what that means for your Tuesday and especially Wednesday, you need to stick around for that so I can let you know in 60 seconds.
Get the better, more restful night's sleep you deserve and wake up feeling refreshed. Shop Johnny Janosik's Mattress World now and get 2 free pillows, a free sheet set, and free mattress protector with any sleep system purchase of $19.99 or more. Save more with 0% APR for up to 48 months, plus free delivery and free removal of your old mattress. It's time for better sleep. It's time for bigger savings. Wake up feeling your best. Shop Johnny Janosik's Mattress World today.
Hey, bath guy, do you do roofs? Nope. Do you do lawns? Negatory. Do you do windows and siding? Not a chance.
At Peninsula Bath, we're your local pros for bathroom remodeling, and that's it. Top quality, customer focused, and competitively priced. Ask about our free shower door upgrade and our neediest bathroom contest.
Hey, Dad, can you take out the trash?
No, son, not a chance.
Peninsula Bath.
It's going to become very breezy for Tuesday, and we're watching out for stormy weather for Wednesday. Could actually get a severe storm. I'm going to show you why I believe that. And it's about a 50-50 chance at this point, according to how the models are running at this juncture. Our tidal health camera in Salisbury, we're very chilly, 28 degrees. The farther inland you are, the cooler it is. We're at 28 degrees, for example, still holding in the 20s for us throughout the Salisbury area. Now, notice on the coast, we're at 34 degrees. Not that 34 is considered warm. I get that. But everything's relative, okay? Everything's relative. 34 on the coast, but in the 20s as you go farther inland, as we said before. 24 chilly degrees right now in Delmar. Then you add on top of that how cool it is outside. The winds are going to start picking up momentum, particularly Wednesday going into Thursday. But we have gale wind watches. We're currently kind of under a sort of a subtle small craft advisory, 25 mile per hour winds, but ultimately we're going to get up to about 35 mile per hour winds around the entire Delmarva Peninsula, and it's going to be unrelenting when the winds begin to crank up because it's going to get up to like 50 mile per hour winds occasionally. But for tomorrow specifically, we're going to be well into the 50s, lower 50s along the coast or along the beaches, 59 or near 60 or above 60 in a lot of other areas. Fortunately, the winds are going to be coming out of the south at 10 to 20 miles per hour, so it's going to be a comforting wind at least throughout the day. But that's also going to set us up with more energy in place to pop off these storms. You see, at 4:30 Wednesday, Seaford, Georgetown, Ellendale, all these winds, see these arrows and see that you notice that these arrows are red. That's a hint, okay, that this is going to be feeding into the stormy weather, okay? The colors mean, if you know how to read the map a little bit better, you kind of get a feel as to what's going on. And I'm giving you my tricks of the trade, so don't tell anybody. All right. Anyway, we're looking at orange arrows changing to red as that pulls through, and then you'll notice it becomes much cooler with the bluer arrows. That means the thermodynamic energy is waning and being delineated away from what's happening in the mid and lower portions of the atmosphere. And that's our meteorological lesson for the day, all right? Here's a look at your 7-day forecast. We're under a yellow alert day on Wednesday, and this is almost on the threshold of a red alert day. Don't be surprised if Bob changes it to a red alert day for Wednesday, because we're expecting close to an inch of rain plus 50 mile per hour winds. So that's going to meet our threshold for a red alert day. But following that, we'll drop by 10 degrees for Thursday and Friday. And then we're going to drop dramatically for Sunday with the possibility of rain and maybe even a little bit of snow. And please remember, this coming Saturday going into Sunday, we spring forward and lose an hour of sleep.
Okay, thanks for that reminder, Paul. Well, now a story you saw first on Coast TV News at 5. Firefighters working against dry and windy conditions as they battle against wildfires in the Carolinas. 163 fires were burning across more than 5,400 acres of South Carolina today. Ivan Rodriguez has the latest and how the weather could impact the firefighting effort.
Dozens of wildfires flared across South Carolina, prompting people to quickly evacuate their homes.
The top of the trees really lit up with a big fire, and then the black smoke was just pouring right out the top of it and everything. And you could just see the raging fire heading towards the houses.
South Carolina Governor Henry McMaster declared a state of emergency Sunday to support wildfire efforts across the state. In the coastal vacation town of Myrtle Beach, a low haze during the Monday morning commute. There, residents affected by the Carolina forest fire are allowed to return home as firefighters work to knock down the blaze. Bobby Arledge with North Carolina Emergency Management in Polk County says weather conditions are expected to improve Monday.
With the winds being calmed down, we're able to get lines in, reinforce lines we've already got, do some backburn operations, and protect structures.
In parts of North Carolina, wildfires are threatening areas where many people lost everything after Hurricane Helene.
This area that we're in, with this fire up here, was one of the worst areas impacted by Helene. So they're still in the midst of cleaning up. We still have damage to structures. We still have people trying to get their lives back together. Now we have this.
Lighter winds will continue through Tuesday as temperatures reach about 60 degrees and more humid air returns to the region. In Atlanta, I'm Ivan Rodriguez.
Some Maryland lawmakers are pushing to address a funding disparity for historically black colleges and universities. That includes the University of Maryland Eastern Shore. When many HBCUs were formed in the late 1800s, they were given land but not equal funding. So a Prince George's County delegate is proposing the state pay UMES $5 million every year for the next 89 years, totaling more than $321 million. UMES President Dr. Heidi Anderson says this is a solution years in the making.
This became a really important story probably 3 years ago in our country, right after COVID. Several reporters started focusing on the fact that you have 19 institutions that are in that situation, where they are the land grant 1890 of their state, and yet they're not getting the funding.
Now, this push comes as Maryland is in the midst of a $3 billion budget deficit. The House bill had a hearing last week in Annapolis. Well, each Friday you can cheer up with a weekly dose of local good news from Coast TV with personal features, fun things to do every weekend, and more. And you can sign up for free at coasttv.com/signup or scan that QR code on your screen right now. Coming up next, business troubles, a local restaurant unable to renew its license. What's next for the owner?
Tired of your old tub? Imagine stepping into a brand new, modern walk-in shower designed for style, comfort, and safety. At Bath by Spicer Brothers, we make upgrading your bathroom easy. Our factory-certified team provides professional 5-star installation in as little as 1 day.
And with our price match guarantee and done right guarantee, you get the best service at the best price. Right now, save 20% on your entire bathroom project with payments as low as $79 a month.
Call Bath by Spicer Brothers today because you deserve the best.
Did you know that Homewell Care Services provides more than just care to seniors? Sometimes even a caretaker needs caregiving. That's why Homewell Care Services provides flexible options to help you foster a more balanced home environment. Whether you need long-term support or are recovering from a recent injury or illness, Homewell creates a personalized plan for you. Our staff is committed to providing exceptional care to clients ages 18 and up and prioritizing peace of mind. Call Homewell Care Services today or visit homewellcares.com to learn more.
Want something new to explore? Maryland's coast is naturally growing. Off the deck, right from the vine, or tapped out of the keg, there's always something fresh in Worcester County. Bite into something locally grown from the farmers markets. Indulge in sweet treats from the dairy or the bakery. Enjoy a brew, a glass of wine, or a cocktail that you can't get anywhere else. Eat seafood right from these waters. In Worcester County, there's something fresh everyone will like. To learn more and to explore Maryland's coast, go to visitmarylandscoast.org.
Coastal Home Roofing is your source for all your roofing and siding needs. We do not take any down payment. You don't pay until the job is done. Protect your home even further by taking advantage of our lifetime labor warranty. Schedule a free immediate estimate with our team by visiting our website or giving us a call at 866-976-5462. Coastal Home Roofing, Delmarva's roofing and siding experts.
Download the free CoastTV First Alert weather app today.
The Dagsboro Town Council recently denied a new business license for La Dama Mexican restaurant. In Telemundo Delmarva and CoastTV News reporter Ana Sofia Roman introduces us to the owner of the restaurant, who says she's confused, but the town is firing back.
La Dama Mexican restaurant and bar opened 3 years ago, a dream come true for owner Vianey Cordova. Now, their doors have been closed for almost a month.
And there was an oversight on me that I didn't renew the license in December. And when I tried to renew this, when they say no, you gotta wait till the next council meeting. So I was like, why?
Cordova says that denial came after a hip-hop night they hosted.
A lot of police officers were there. They were just making sure everything was fine. They didn't stay the whole night because they saw everything was okay.
Dagsboro Mayor Bill Chandler said in a statement, quote, "The town of Dagsboro refused to grant a new license to the La Dama restaurant because of repeated and undisputed violations of state of Delaware laws and regulations, as well as town ordinances."
They were so minor, like moving tables, like trash in the parking lot, like not having labels on one of the bottles, like not posting your cover charge, like even for putting a mechanical bull inside.
Mayor Chandler's statement continues saying, police and the Division of Alcohol and Tobacco Enforcement were required, quote, "dozens of occasions to respond to the restaurant because of fights, disorderly conduct, noise and littering complaints, threats of violence, and licensing failures."
There was not one single call. The police had to come in here and break a fight. I had security, here. So I don't understand what they're thinking.
Cordova says it's heartbreaking.
I feel that they were looking for the tiniest little thing to close La Dama.
Cordova says La Dama will continue as she plans to reopen in another place, but not here in Dagsboro. In Dagsboro, Ana Sofia Roman, Coast TV News.
Coming up in sports, a chance to advance to the region finals in Maryland high school girls basketball. See if Kent Island or Y-High prevailed.
Download the CoastTV News app on your Apple or Android devices.
Toyota has been manufacturing in America for over 50 years. Now with 10 manufacturing and assembly plants, pushing Toyota's investment in the U.S. to $48 billion. And relying on companies right here to supply $29 billion a year in parts, components, goods, and services. Which means over 100,000 good American jobs. So if buying American is important to you, see your Toyota dealer. Let's go places.
Tomorrow at 4 on Coast Life, see how art is transforming lives and building community. Plus, learn about a beach house offering families facing cancer a place to relax and reconnect. Coast Life, tomorrow at 4 on Coast TV.
At Imperial Granite & Quartz, we're more than countertop experts. We're experts in making your vision a reality. With decades of experience, in-house fabrication, and a team to guide every step, you don't have to worry. Plus, all of our work is under warranty.
Because we do things right.
Come in today for your free estimate. Full slabs in stock. Imperial Granite & Quartz, under one roof with that cabinet store and Matt the Carpet Guy at the Salisbury Design Center. The perfect team for your design dreams. South Salisbury Boulevard.
If you're looking for a bargain, it better be Beshi. Legends Home 6-piece bedroom set $38.99. Liberty 6-piece bedroom $27.79. Liberty King size set $43.99. Night and Day Queen size set $37.39. Joe Fran 5-piece bedroom $19.99. Ashley 6-piece bedroom $32.99. Plus tremendous markdowns on our remaining stock of closeout bedding. Getting your tax returns? Now's a great time to take advantage of our markdowns on hundreds of items store-wide. Shop the March markdown sale at Beshi Furniture, located beside the Mermaid on US Route 9.
Your roof is the first line of defense against the elements, but is ready for the next storm? If it's time for a new roof, call Hershey Exteriors. As a GAF Master Elite contractor, we offer the industry's best warranty. Our roofs come with the Golden Pledge 50-year warranty on materials and a 25-year workmanship warranty that is backed by GAF. Call Hershey Exteriors, your trusted roofing pros, and get 0% financing for 12 months, because life is sweeter with Hershey Exteriors.
Coming up, Drew's got the hilarious Gabriel Iglesias. He's dishing about how he got his famous nickname.
I called myself fat around my mom, and my mom was like, "Mijo, you're not fat, you're fluffy."
Tuesday at noon on Coast TV.
This is Coast TV News at 11.
Well, if you're planning to fly American Airlines later this spring, you're going to want to make sure you get to the gate early. The airline has announced that it will add 5 minutes to the boarding times for all of its domestic flights. A spokesperson says the additional time will help relieve some of the congestion on the jet bridge due to the pauses between the boarding groups. The extra time goes into effect on May 1st. Well, today is World Hearing Day, a time to bring awareness to the fact that noise-induced hearing damage is often irreversible, and experts are sending out a warning about a little-known danger that can put people at risk for permanent hearing loss. In today's Health Minute, Mandy Gaither explains how playing video games can cause hearing damage and has simple ways to protect players' ears.
It's a popular pastime that continues to grow. On average, gamers ages 18 to 35 spend about 17 hours every week playing video games in the U.S., according to a 2024 Video Gamer Safe Listening poll.
Over half of them are playing at levels that are too loud, and our hearing is something that we take for granted until we lose it.
Audiologist Lindsay Creed says gamers now often use earbuds, headphones, or headsets, which can put loud noises close to the ear, and over time, that can cause significant damage.
There's often not much we can do to get it back at that point.
But Creed says noise-induced hearing loss is preventable. First, turn down the volume. Keeping it to about 50% or less can reduce risk of damage. Next, take listening breaks every hour. Even a few minutes can help your ears recover. Finally, use headphones that offer protection, like ones that are noise canceling.
This will help reduce the noise in the user's environment and really allow them to resist the urge to crank up the volume of the game to compensate for what's going on around them.
Creed says children and young adults are most vulnerable to this type of hearing loss and may not be able to put into words that a sound is too loud. So she says it's important that parents stay aware and promote hearing care.
They can still play their games and have fun, just in a safer way.
For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
Delmarva Sports Network from the Wawa Studios.
An upset tonight during the region semifinals in Maryland 2A girls basketball action. Kent Island visiting Y-High. In the third quarter, KI going on a run. Gorgeous pass from Sydney Priska to Michaela Thomas, who gets the easy finish. KI up 35-31. Bucks taking control of this game after Priska attempts the three-pointer. It's Lacey Dawsis who gets the rebound and hits the buzzer beater to make it a 40-35 Bucks lead. 5:15 to go in the game now. KI with the lead. It's Trinity Purnell, though, of Y-High sinking the triple to close in 45-39. Tribe on a run now, and it's Sayla Foreman setting up alone. Breeza Hall down the court, who gets the easy layup. Y-High ahead 46-45. The Bucks down 2 points now, and Armani Black gets the rebound off the miss and finds Abigail Staten for the three. She knocks it down. 50-49 lead now. After some late game chaos, Dawsett finds a wide open Priska, who gets the layup to make it a 3-point game. 52-49 KI. Y-High with a chance here to tie, but Foreman's three cannot find the net. A rebound by Dawsett seals the game away. KI upsets Y-High 52-49. To the 3A girls basketball region semifinals, the trilogy of Stephen Decatur and James and Bennett ends in favor of the Seahawks 63-59. The Seahawks advance to the East Region Finals to take on South River for a chance to advance to the state quarterfinals. That'll do it for sports. Have a great night.
Coast TV News can be heard on Big 107.7.
I've needed a new left hip for about 15 years. The last 2 cortisone shots I got were bone on bone, and they didn't last 6 months. They lasted maybe a month. I was in a lot of pain. The staff at the Joint Surgery Center at Atlantic General Hospital were incredibly helpful. I was back to work 2 days short of a month, which I found amazing. You learn to trust people when you get good care.
Start your journey to relief today. Atlantic General Hospital. Expert care every day.
The most incredible shopping on the beach, Lewes Boutique. Fashion, jewelry, and accessories as cool as an ocean breeze. You'll love this place. We put a smile on your face. You'll love this place. It's Lewes Boutique. Fashion.
Come visit Blooming Boutique, 2 convenient locations in downtown Lewes, Longneck, and BloomingBoutique.com. Remember, we carry resort wear all year long.
What's up, Delmarva? David Akers here from Philly. I come to you as a homeowner representing Matt the Carpet Guy, universal title holder for 5-star reviews, undisputed carpet champ, unanimous LVP, MVP champ. And my pick for Carpet Guy of the Year goes to Matt the Carpet Guy.
Thanks, David, and thanks to our customers who we served over the last 20 years.
Stop by Matt the Carpet Guy for all your flooring needs. Go Matt!
About 83% of homes have rodent activity. One of the most common signs is mouse droppings. Mice can leave up to 100 droppings every day. Don't mistake these droppings for chocolate sprinkles. What you don't see is more concerning. Mice also leave behind urine. A thorough inspection from a specialist is required to develop a treatment plan specific to your home.
Active Pest Solutions, your local pest expert.
For more information, go to activepestsolutions.com. That's active without the E.
Whether it's a natural disaster or just everyday life's mishaps, in disaster's wake, there's only one call to make: Royal Plus. Find us at royalplus.com. We bring calm to the chaos.
The SS United States has arrived in Mobile, Alabama. The retired cruise ship left a port in Philadelphia February 19th for its 1,800 nautical mile final voyage to the Gulf Coast. Now the ship is scheduled to undergo preparations before being sunk off the Florida Panhandle, becoming the world's largest artificial reef.
Oh, let's take a look at what's happening with the forecast. I'm sorry. I was busy looking at some maps. So here we go. Take a look at your forecast. We are expecting and anticipating what's happening with your 10-day forecast. Overall, this is the bottom line here. We are expecting for a yellow alert day for us to kick off. And we're expecting for Wednesday, 62 for the high, with the winds pushing at about 50 miles per hour. Then we'll drop by 10 more degrees for Thursday and Friday. And then please remember, we're going to be springing forward on Saturday going into Sunday. And speaking of Sunday, that's actually when the temperatures are going to drop just close enough for the precipitation that we anticipate, possibly to freeze over briefly for us for Sunday going into Monday, and we'll warm back up nicely into next Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday, where we may finally break the cycle of the really cold weather and start feeling more like spring as we prepare to start spring officially.
All right, thanks, Paul. I'm ready for spring. And thanks for joining us here for Coast TV News at 11. For some more local news and local weather, you can download our Coast TV News app. The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon is up next, and we'll see you tomorrow for Coast TV News at 5 a.m. Have a great night.